Super Rugby round number 8, folks. It was a pretty short round, just the 3 games. 5 teams on the bye over the Easter break. Once again, happy Easter, everybody. Hope you're having a relaxing time with some family. Let's go over the 3 games pretty quick from the weekend. How are the standings looking, and what are the upcoming fixtures looking like for the next round? There's one game in particular I am very much looking forward to as a Blues fan. The Friday game was the Crusaders hosting the Drua. Final game at Apollo Project Stadium before the opening of the new stadium at the end of the month. And the Crusaders, in the 150th game for Cody Taylor as well, put the Drua guys to the sword. 69 points to 26. 4 tries for Cody Taylor. Quite an unbelievable shift for that man. He's not usually one to display a heck of a lot of emotion, but even he was smiling. So it's the perfect send-off for them. For the Drua, away from home, they're never going to be favourites, particularly down in Canterbury. But, I mean, CHIvWAR was still big on the carry. He bagged himself a couple of tries, and they kept fighting. They scored 26 points, which on another day, you know, might have at least been enough to deny the Crusaders a bonus point. But 69 points, goodness me. The Crusaders were absolutely running riot. The maybe most surprising thing is the fact that Will Jordan didn't score a try, because Reese got 2. Fihaki got 2. Will Jordan was helping set him up, but didn't finish any off. Lester Whakaruka got 1. They were just absolutely dominant, the Crusaders. 10 clean breaks to 4. Their tackle percentage was 90% to 83 for the Drua. You look at most of the stats in this game, they're going to be well and truly in the Crusaders' favour, which is kind of unsurprising when you see that kind of scoreline. So, no real surprises there. Second game, again, kind of no surprises. The Chiefs putting 42 points on the Waratahs. Waratahs scored 14. Yeah, it's 6 tries to 2. As I said, it's a pretty predictable one in Hamilton. I mean, the Tars, they started the season all right, but goodness me, they've kind of fallen off the pace again. I'll get to the table in a second, but they are in 7th, and it's only really the kind of Reds faltering that is keeping them and some other teams within touching distance at the moment. I guess they're not that far away, but that'll be a bit of a demoralising result as well. Karantan Moifalau, who signed for the Chiefs, leaving Moana Pacifica at the end of last season, probably had his best game as a Chief so far. He bookended the game with tries, 1 at the start and 1 at the finish. The second one, he actually got to show us a bit of that express pace of his. Samasoni Tokiaho was really busy on the carry, and he got himself a try as well. Quintu Paia continues to have a cracking season. He bagged a couple. He is that perfect kind of... He's a centre or a midfielder, but he's kind of got the build of a loose forward at times in terms of his first try for sure. So he's got that about his game. But I mean, again, the possession, the territory, the scrum dominance, all the kind of key areas you would expect from a winning team, the Chiefs were able to dominate. That guy Jorgensen, Max Jorgensen, still looks the business for the Tars. I think without him, it's probably a worse effort. You know, Charlie Gamble and Pete Samu tackling the house down, but they can only do so much as the Chiefs run away pretty comfortable winners in that one. But your game of the week has to be the Force. I'm wearing your kit because you got yourselves a massive win, a bonus point win. Not just a win, a bonus point win. I mean, if someone had said the Reds against the Force will be 42-19, you might have thought, okay, well, the Reds are going to bounce back from that Hurricanes loss then. No. Maybe the Reds are still scarred from that Hurricanes loss. Because remember, the Reds were on a 4-game winning run. Went to Wellington and got handed to them. A big result. And maybe that's a shadow still looming large. And I've been saying it for a while. I don't think the Force are bad. Maybe they're finally starting to click a little bit. Remember, the Force always recruit a lot of players. It just seems to be part of the way the club has to operate. They don't bring as many guys through as like a Brumbies or a Crusaders does from the kind of academy. So it takes a while for guys to gel. There's chopping and changing each season, which doesn't help with consistency. It's only one game, but maybe the Force are starting to click and maybe they can make a push. They are still well behind the playoff race, but 42-19, the bonus point, that's going to put them one step closer to being in the right direction. Franco Molina, the big Argentinian, 3 tries. The third one is 100% highlight worthy. If you haven't seen it, Go check out Franco Molina's third try. The fact that he scores that one is pretty unbelievable. Darby Lancaster scored one, but unfortunately, because he's been the form winger for the Force, went off injured, so hopefully it's not too serious, but it did look pretty bad. Paenga-Mosa, Matt Greeley also got on the board. Matt Greeley was looking really confident at fullback for the Force. I mean, for the Reds, Dalgunu, Tim Ryan, and Joe Bryle managed to get themselves on the board, but yeah, that's a rough day at the office for them. The Force dominated every area of the game. They had 62% territory. They had 64% possession. They had 9 line breaks to 6. They kicked a lot more. If you want a winning stat, every team that won had more kicks from hand. It's part of the way to win the game. So, yeah, really, really good win from the Force. We will see if they are able to back things up in their next game. We will get to next week's games now. Friday, there's only the one game. It's the Highlanders taking on the Brumbies. Both teams coming off the bye because there were 5 teams on the bye. Both teams really could use a win because the Brumbies are in danger of falling off the top 3 pace because they're on 20. The Chiefs are the next spot up on 22. They're 5 points behind the leaders. The Blues and the Hurricanes are the Brumbies, so they need a win. And the Highlanders are out of the playoffs on 14 points, so they need a win to keep up with that top 6. Moana against the Chiefs. Chiefs will be massive favourites all day long against the bottom side in Moana. That's a really early Friday afternoon kickoff. And then another afternoon kickoff is the Drua against the Force. The Drua are below the Force. Both these teams maybe knock each other out if they win this one. That's a very 9 points on the board for the Force, 8 points for the Drua. You got to win to get in touch with the Waratahs and the Highlanders who are above them. Then there's Hurricanes Blues, which is your top of the table clash. Both sides have kind of been talked about as like they haven't played enough of the top teams. Like when the Blues played the Chiefs early on in the season, we lost to them. We did beat the Crusaders, but yeah, the Hurricanes, they handled the Reds. Will they do the same with the Blues? And then the Reds will take on the Crusaders, which is a battle of 2 teams in that kind of 5th and 6th spot. So there's some really tasty fixtures in round number 9. And there's more of them than round number 8, which was a little bit light. So, yeah, we will have a look at the games next week and anticipate them with a bit of interest. You guys let us know your thoughts on the round that was. As I said, only the 3 games, but I think it's the Aussie one that was the game of the round. Well done, Force. You guys let us know your thoughts. Take care. Happy Easter. Subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.